yes. Thanks, Francis. We are just a few minutes away. I just wanted to let everybody know that this is a live stream video, and if you would prefer not to be seen in a video, maybe make yourself known to Francis or stay out of the road. Yeah, and so we'll get started in just a minute or two, I think.
Should we gather around in a circle?
Yeah, and there's some...
Form a circle?
And there's some, warm up in the sun. There's some seats over here if anybody would like a seat.
Make a circle, right?
Yep. Oh, keep coming over this way.
Keep circulating.
No shy here. Hello. Thank you for coming. Go, Baba. No shy. Why not? Hello. 60.
I've got another one over there. That's pretty good.
You're looking fussy.
Nasty neighbour.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you're not warm. You can't talk.
Good morning, everybody.
Say Baba.
Hey, Baba. My name is Mayra Moroney. I am can't even say it. I'm the current chair of the Abode Trust, and on behalf of all of the board, I would like to welcome you all here today on this very special land. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land and thank them for their care of looking after the land here and around us for thousands of years. I think Mayor Barber Francis and Mayor Barber, I guess, saw how special this land was, and I'm really honoured that we're able to be on this land today. I'd like to welcome our guests from near and far, guests and friends. We actually have Cam, who's come from India. Rainey's made her pilgrimage from the United States again, which is just lovely, and it's just lovely for all of us to gather here today and for this weekend. In the trust deed, it does say that we should celebrate and remember Mayor Barber's visit to Abode, and that's why we're all gathered here today. He first visited in 1958, and I know it was a mad rush to get things ready for his early arrival, and I know that the organisers of this year's anniversary have been under that same pressure to get things organised, but we are hoping that we'll have a wonderful weekend. I would like to invite Rainey and Sue Jamison to come up and raise the flag. I think we will say 7 Avatar Mayor Baba Ki Jays as they do so. Rainey might want to talk about actually the early days, maybe give us a little story of some of the early days of celebrating anniversary. That, yeah, so maybe both of you have a story.
Well, I first came to Avatar's Abode in 1972, and it has been in my heart ever since then and will always be in my heart. It is such a special, special place in the world. Every centre of Barbers in the world has a special flavour. If any of you have visited India and Myrtle Beach and Avatar's Abode, they each have their own flavour. And the Avatar's Abode to me, maybe because this is where I fell in love with Barber, this is where my learning about Barber from Francis, and how to be a Barber lover from Francis, I should say, and being here has shaped my experience of being a Barber lover. It has been a special, special place in my heart, and it always will be, no matter what life I'm in. So it's a privilege to be able to raise the flag today and welcome us all here to this special, special place, Avatar's Abode, Queensland, Australia.
I have a sort of a funny story. I was a gemologist and I used to use spectroscopes a lot. I was a gemologist back in the 60s and 70s, and I used to do a lot of valuations through the spectroscope, so I knew the spectrum. So when I'd been a great machinist and Francis asked me to make a flag. He had some funny little flag and I thought, it's wrong. It's not the spectrum. So he paid all this money for me to buy flag wool in Brisbane, and I bought the flag wool and cut it all up and made this beautiful flag, but it was red, orange, yellow, blue, purple. So we used it for years, and then eventually Sim even said, is this from India, or is this the original flag? I said, well, I made it, but Francis bought the flag wool, and it lasted all these years. We still have it tucked away because it has such meaning to us. But then we find out there weren't all these books and all these knowledges through computers and digitized talks and everything that you have now. But so we didn't know that there was a whole story to. It's actually the chakras. It's got nothing to do with this, the blues on the top and the reds on the bottom. It's got nothing to do with the spectrum itself and the rainbow. It's a completely different, story. So eventually, of course, they came back with the correct order of the colours, but we still treat the old pure wool flag that Francis paid for and have it in a shoebox somewhere. So I came along in November '69, and like Sue, we learnt about Barber and behaviour around Barber by example. Francis never gave a talk. We learnt by example by watching these humble, natural, humble, not modest, these humble actions of Francis of how to be around Barber, how to be around his sacred objects, how to behave here very normally. We eventually learnt the prayers and things. We eventually learnt, by the time 73 came in, we went back to India with Francis all together as a group, other things like the prayers and various other ways. So Avatar's Abode is here. It is only one of 3 universal centres: Meherabad, Maha Centre, Myrtle Beach, and Avatar's Abode. And it's a gift to us as Australians and to the world. Priceless gem. A priceless gem is Avatar's Abode. Jai Baba.
So you need to stand right in as close as possible, and don't pull it outwards, just pull it straight up.
Take your shades off.
Does it matter? Avatar, Meher Baba, Ki Jai. 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 Avatar, Meher Baba, Ki Jai.
No wind today.
You can leave that.
where do we hook it?
Just straight down. Just leave it straight down with the hand.
That's it. May the fun begin. Avatar, may DJ.
Oh, glorious, eternal, ancient one, your face is a bright, transcendental sun. Lighten this dark world and the tears I weep. My heart maker I give to you to keep. Creator of creation, bless you are. Truth and truth's body, divine avatar. Who through compassion the three worlds maintains. Destroy this ignorance that life sustains. These lights are the world's source of breath, of the world's will that bears me unto death. Unless you who are infinitely kind, break the will's of which is conditioned mind. This incense is my love, these fruits my art, which to please you I have shaped from my heart. Accept them as you would a simple flower, that has no use beyond its shining hour. You are myself, I sing to you in praise, and beg your love to bear me through the days, till you, the ever-living perfect one, illumine my darkness with your shining sun.
Leave the world at the gate.
Diana.